good AI use look like? And what is the purpose of it?
Mhm.
I think, some of the research I've been reading is around we're wanting this technology to lighten our load, and yet sometimes it's there to try and increase the pace of things. And sometimes, what is it? What are we trying to achieve in our workplaces? And so being able to, as a leader, be able to facilitate those sorts of conversations, have those, things that we're all scared of be said, and be able to reiterate in our teams and in our organizations what's the purpose of AI, I think is a really needed conversation.
Yeah, I agree with you, Alicia. And I reckon one of the things you can do to measure that, because you raised that really, really important point, that we want to use it to reduce our workload. Okay, so the way to measure that, and some people will find this a bit challenging to go, oh, it's actually not doing this, right? But the way to measure it is to go, okay, so if AI is saving me, let's say half an hour a day or an hour a day, what am I doing with that extra hour? Right? And I reckon that's the way to ask the question to see, is AI actually helping me? So it doesn't mean that you leave work an hour early. You could, like it could be that you work in an amazing ideal world where you're being measured on your output, not on the hours that you spend, not on your inputs. That would be the case, right? You have finished the project, so or finish the task, so I can go home, right? Most workplaces don't work like that at the moment, right? So that's okay. That's all right. If you can't give that, you can't get that hour back for your own personal time. You go, okay, what can I do with that hour? So has it given me an extra hour that I can spend in deep work? So, Cal Newport's idea around deep work, we
Mm.
need the time to have focused time to think deeply, right? And especially in our world now with these little devices around with us, we can even train ourselves to not be able to sit quietly for 10 minutes without picking up your phone to see if there's something on there. So, that's bad. That's bad. We've got really complex problems in the world to be solved, and the world could be our world, and we need that time for deep work. So one of the things that I've just started thinking about, just started doing recently, because I've started thinking about exactly this question you've asked, Alicia, is what am I going to do with that extra time that I'm supposedly saving? And that means I'm going to go, well, I'm going to chuck an hour of deep work in, and then see if I can actually do that without getting interrupted or working overtime, right? And if not, then is can I get AI to help me do that
Mm.
rather than just doing more of the same just because I finished the task early?
And it really, talking about Cal Newport, we get sucked into doing that busy work.
Mhm.
And we've always had machines. Like, it's not the first time in history where we've had machines do lower level tasks for us, which open us up to different types of
Yeah.
work. But it's about our ability to sit and actually do that deep work. And, I think the society that we live in, the distractions that we have training us is that we get so used to being distracted by
Yes.
the busy work. And so it's
Yeah.
actually about us, having a good practice around going back to that deep work, which is how do we utilize our skills and expertise to add value to the world around us, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.